Hey guys, haven't been around in a while. I actually have been making a lot of effort to blog more. So if you cruise over to the blog, there are actually things to read. So that's my effort at the internet. Some of you guys noticed and have commented that I deleted my Instagram account. I did this because it was kind of a time suck, I guess, and um, I don't know. I think I was just spending too much time on it. So um, I decided to do away. So I just wanted to do a quick update video and say hello. I recently returned from the American Academy of Religion's annual conference. Remember, I was in Chicago last year. This year I was in Baltimore, so a little bit closer to home. There's Oliver. Oh, did you miss us? Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I'm bad at the internet. Anyway, had a lot of fun. Got to hang out with the Pagan Studies crew and had a very exciting meeting, sort of through kismet or synchronicity or something. I don't know. Anyway, had a meeting with an editor at Beacon Press about a book idea. Anyway, I am now in the process of assembling a proposal and sample chapters to send off to Beacon, which is very exciting. So it's still kind of a long shot. The fact that I was even able to get a meeting with this woman was sort of miraculous and came just through my network of contacts. Beacon had approached one of my academic friends inquiring about one of his projects and potentially writing a crossover work, and he specializes in ghosts and hauntings and the paranormal in American religion, and that's very hip right now. And anyway, he didn't have time for the project, so he sent them my way because of the work that I've been doing on contemporary witchcraft and magical practices in the U.S. This would not be an academic work. It would be, I already used the word, but it's what's called a crossover, which is generally speaking, it's work by an academic, but written for a popular audience. So anyway, it's a new writing endeavor for me, and I'm pretty pumped about it. And like I said, the odds are pretty slim that this could actually turn into a thing, but right now it's pretty exciting that it's even something that's on the table. So that's what I've diverted all of my efforts into at the moment. So that's going well. I am, oh yeah. I am running a fully functioning Gardnerian outer court in North Carolina now, since September, which I think I mentioned. I'm sure I've mentioned that before. Anyway, we're doing well. So I've been pouring a lot of energy into that. And I just finished up applications for my next graduate program. The most recent one that I finished, and the one that I think that I'll probably actually pursue, is a second master's degree in community counseling. Probably doing something with either addictions counseling or maybe domestic violence counseling. I don't know. I just wanted to do something that actually mattered in an immediate way, the way academia doesn't seem to. Right, Oliver? Something a little more urgent. Yeah. Academia is great, and I don't mean to say that it's not important. It's really important, but the reality is that when I write as a scholar, I'm writing for kind of an isolated, like, tiny minority of overeducated, wealthy people who just are mostly only pretending to read what I write anyway. And I don't know, I want to do something that actually has some real impact. So I want to focus on, like I said, maybe doing more of this popular writing through maybe Beacon, and then getting a job doing something that actually is of service. So all has been well. I wanted this to be brief just to say hello, and I hope everyone is well. And I will say that my outer court, we came up with an idea to keep a what we're calling a commonplace book. It's sort of like a communal book of shadows, if you want to use that term. But anyway, it's just a blank book, and it's been really fun. And I kind of thought this idea would sort of fizzle out right away, but we've been keeping at it, and it's been really useful. So we have a book that we share, and it stays at the Covenstead. But oh, Oliver, did you not eat the book? No, it's not how it works. That's not what you do with books. And anyway, in addition to our rituals, we've also got a lot of commentary about our rituals, and everybody gets to put in their perspective, which is really cool. It's been really useful. One of my more recent blog posts was about record keeping as a pagan, and you know, we do a lot of talk as a community about like personal books of shadows and that sort of thing, but I find that there's an awful lot of copying that goes on. We write down rituals that we found that we like out of books, or we copy the read, or we copy the charge, or whatever. But I find that a lot of people that I know don't actually write very much about their personal feelings and what they're thinking, and there's not always a lot of follow-up with rituals, right? Like the ritual will be in the book, but the results of the ritual often won't be in the book. And I've discovered over the years that that's the stuff that really matters. I'm a lot less interested in my chants or my spells or my poems or whatever, you know, the rituals that I copied that I thought were so important when I was 14 or 15. And I'm a lot more interested in what I was actually thinking, the kinds of things that I was worried about, the kinds of things that I was excited about. So I'm really making an effort to write more about that stuff. Not to say that you shouldn't be recording things like rituals, but the reality is that if you're copying things, like off of the internet or out of your favorite book or whatever, like that's not really necessary, right? You can make it beautiful, and that might be really important to you, and that's great, but if I want to know what Scott Cunningham has to say in his dedication ritual or whatever, I don't need to look in my journals. I can go and just pick Cunningham off of the shelf, right? It's a lot more interesting to have the personal side going on. So anyway, that's what I wanted in my group's writing. I know our rituals. I know all of that stuff. I don't need another copy of the Outer Court Book of Shadows. But what is really cool is documenting the formation of a new group and how people are reacting and what people are thinking. And anyway, I'm pretty pumped about this. So this is cool. So for those of you who are in groups who haven't tried this, you totally should, because it's been really beneficial to us so far, and it's only been a few months. So anyway, that's all. I hope you're well. Oliver hopes you're well, insofar as his tiny kitty brain is capable of wishing you well. Oh yeah. So, okay.